Hey, welcome back to Random by Mr. Jones. Alright, so I got some trucking stories. Wait, I already did that, didn't I? Well, I just do have some more embalming stories. My aunt got hit by a train. See, her husband, find out later, cut her brakes. So she was trying to stop at this railroad crossing, and the train just hit her. They say they killed her instantly, but I don't know. We embalmed her, but we had to push back her viewing by a week. It was actually to be decided, so it lasted about a week. They found her left boob on the tracks somewhere, so that's what they were looking for. So me and my dad sewed it back on. Did a pretty damn good job too. We got her dressed and all that, and she had a viewing. It was pretty good. There was this nursing home that we went to, and we used to call it a wrinkle ranch. Yeah. And we picked up this guy who supposedly fell from his bed, which I swear to God was only a foot from the floor. There's blood on the floor. I didn't see any on his nightstand. Kind of weird. Yeah, he just fell. So I'm looking. I was like, how can somebody hit their head that hard from 1 foot? I knew something was up. I told my dad about it. I told the owner of the embalming place, and I said, that can't happen. He had to been shoved down hard on the floor, but happens to be next to his bed. I raised hell about it. I did. I went in an investigation. I contacted the county morgue, and looked into it, and I just thought that was pretty weird. I was taking a body to Tennessee from Little Rock, and my wife at the time wanted to come with me and our daughter. So, all right, I've been working long hours, and it'd be nice to have some company. Suburban, had a body in the back. My daughter comes in, sits next to me in the middle. My wife comes in. And we told our daughter, hey, see that guy back there? Yeah, well, he's sleeping, so you gotta be quiet, okay? And, well, after a while, you know how toddlers are. They fall asleep when you're driving, so she fell asleep. Me and my wife at the time were talking. She wakes up, and she goes, hey. I'm like, yeah. She goes, shh, guy's sleeping. Yeah. You know, I picked up a state trooper. Arkansas State Trooper. We got him from the county coroner. Because, you know, state trooper. So I'm opening his skull. And I'm scooping out his brains into a red garbage bag. Biohazard. My dad was drinking coffee in the next room. Told me, I got this. Okay. I had to take all of his innards, put them in another red garbage bag. So, I did that. I stitched his head back up together. But, well, before I could do that, I had to take a pillowcase, a couple of them, stuff them into a skull so he wouldn't have that concave, you know, so it looked full. Yeah. What did we do to his chest cavity? Pillow sheets. I had to sew him back up. This guy was, my dad told me, was completely my own. So I shaved him. I drained him. Now, while you're draining, you're feeling it at the same time. And when the blood runs out and it turns green, then you stop. Sew their neck back up. You spear them in the belly. Get the other blood out. Yeah, and their eyes, if you're watching a movie and someone dies and they close their eyes, that's bullshit. Your eyes cannot shut when you're dead. I tried. I saw this old lady when I closed her eyes. Like I saw on TV. Took them out, pop back up. Did it again, pop back up. When you die, your eyes are not closed. Swear to God. So what we do is we just take a little super glue and glue their eyes shut. And the mouth does not stay shut either. So what we do is we have this gun that we put wires. We shoot wires into your skull has 2 holes right here. So that's what we go for. And we do it here and here. And what we do is we wire their mouths shut. And the hair problem, nose, ears, we use Nair. We just syringe it. And So those are the little secrets of embalming. My next show is not going to be very pleasant. Just a little background. About a month ago, separated from my wife. Shit. Sorry. Separated from my wife. Living in my truck. We're talking again now, but she suggested something to me. I was like, what? She goes, just talk about your stepdad. Now, I am not, have you noticed, naming any names. I don't want some of you crazies to look us up or whatever, but you know. So my wife says to me, talk about your stepdad. Just let it out. And I was like, you know, that mother, he was evil. I'll guess on the advice of counsel, my wife, I'll talk about him in my next video. For now, this has been random.